talk to you about prophetic plagiarism. Sometimes we can find ourselves plagiarizing prophetically. And what does that look like? Well, plagiarism, we know, is using someone else's words and presenting them as though they were our own. Prophetic plagiarism happens when we get a word that we may hear from a great source, or it may even be a false word, and we accidentally release it as our own, or we might purposely release it as our own. But I really want to talk about when it's done accidentally. You can have all good intentions, but we have to learn how to not plagiarize prophetic words. So I want to just come on really quickly to share a few tips that work for me, and I believe it will help you. The first thing that you must do is, even if you have a favorite prophetic person that you listen to on a regular basis, and they may be releasing prophetic words, when you have opened your spirit up to hear from God, you literally will have to shut out another voice. Not because that voice is not speaking correctly, but it might be because your spirit is so open. This happens many times when we're fasting. This happens when we're spending quality time with God. And so our senses are heightened. And whenever your senses are heightened, you can sometimes confuse your voice with another voice. So when you're really fasting and you're really spending time with God, be sure to not, just don't listen to too many voices, even the ones that you're familiar with. Another way is, when you're getting ready to release something prophetically, the thing that you need to do is release it to God before you release it to man. That's very important. When you release it to God, God will confirm through his spirit, because the spirit of the Holy Spirit is inside of you. So the spirit will let you know, is it your direction? Did God tell you to do it? Is it even the voice that the Lord told you? It's very important that you present your prophetic revelations to the Father before you present it to the world. That way, God will make sure his word is performed. He said he attends to his word, and that's even the word that comes out of your mouth. He will attend to it if he put it there. But if he did not put it there, he's not obligated. I want to bring this teaching to you because I want us to not be called false prophets. I want us to not miss it. Another way, and this is the final way, there's not many things that we have to do, but these are just some little tips that I believe that should help you. The other way is to listen. Listen. Start to understand through your listening of your heart. God, did you say this? And even if you hear yourself saying something that sounds good, but you may realize, wow, I heard it somewhere else. God will get you right back on track and let you know that is not what I told you. It may be even accurate, but that's not what he told you to say. So, prophetic plagiarism comes when we use somebody else's voice. We use somebody else's word and we put our voice on it. And we have it come through our senses. It comes through our mouth gate. But it has not been approved by God, because it was approved for another voice. Another vessel carried it. And you cannot be caught guilty of carrying somebody else's voice. God has equipped you with your own voice. He's equipped you with revelation that how he speaks to you. So come aside. When you're fasting and praying and you're really in tune with God, come aside. Don't listen to every voice, even if it's a great voice, even if it's a voice that you believe in. Come aside, so let God speak to you for just you. The other way we have to do is listen. Just listen. The Holy Spirit will tell you if you're off. And the third thing, remember, present your revelation back to God. He will tell you when it's his voice, your voice, or another. So, prophetic plagiarism, avoid it at all costs.